Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki spiritual healer. And as I prepare to, go back to my life, as I prepare to, give you an understanding of how to, remove yourself from negative energy, it's all right to say that, these are my people, and, I want to give it one last shot to see if I can fix them, so that, I can see if I can fix the situation so I can stay around them. But once you realize that these people are narcissists, demonic, and toxic, you have no choice but to remove yourself from these spaces, from these people. It doesn't matter whether it is people, places, or things. When it becomes toxic, then it sends out a negative frequency. You have no choice but to remove yourself. So there are different ways that I like to give people, and one of them is when you see people dealing in fraud in your life, when you see them with the side eye, when you see them sending you negative energy, when they are trying to tie your hands, when they are trying to tie you to them, when they are trying to enslave you. So we're having this type of understanding that these people have always had a evil agenda planned for you. I never wanted to, be one of the type of persons that just stand up and keep pointing out people's flaws. I was never that type of person as a manager. I was never that type of person in my marriage. I wanted a person to know that, I've told you that this is how we do this. I'm going to train you, and then I'm going to leave you with it. And if you need further training, then you need to come and let me know, because that's going to be the last time that I come and show you. Either, you're practicing on demonstrating, doing it the right way, or you're coming to me and you're letting me know that, I need some further training. I need to get an understanding. And this is in anything in life. I do not need to stand over anyone and micromanage a person. So with that being said, when you see these people, they're dealing in fraud with you. They don't want you to have anything. They're belittling you. And part of the problem with your hands being tied, part of the problems with you being tied, we're already understanding that, in my previous video, when you are being bound, when your eyes, you're blinded, you're bound. So, when you're bound with your hands as well, so now you can't see, and now, you can't receive anything. Now people can attack you. And a lot of the people that I have as clients have told me exactly what it feels like to be bound. In many different ways, but when your hands are bound, you cannot do anything for yourself. You cannot, receive anything. You cannot have an understanding of, how to start to heal yourself. You're being tied and bound in order for not only the narcissist to attack you, but for them to attack you with entities, to attack you with, different persons in your life, to attack your finances, so that you'll never be able to have anything good. You'll never be able to hold on to anything. If your hands continue to be bound, everything that you touch, you will lose. Everything that you touch, it will, turn toxic in your life. It will not last. Everything that is supposed to be yours, that you put your hands on, will manifest in a person's hand who has actually sent out that negative energy to you. So a lot of people ask me, how have you been able to discern all of these different people in your life that was sending all of these negative energies, causing cross conditions? And it's like I totally said before, and I'm going to say this to you again, that when you discern that your own family, multiple people have tried to cross condition you in this way, then you have to understand that we go down the block slapping people down. We go down, we're not running from these narcissists. I'm going to give you a chance to make it right, though. And I'm really hoping and praying that we can make it right. But in the event that we can't make it right, then I'm not running from you. I'm going to slap you down. And like I say, I have to control myself because, I'll talk really foul to these narcissists. No matter who they are, I'm going to just tell them the hardcore truth. That you suck. And this is your behavior. For all time that I've seen you manifest inside and outside the home. And you want people to believe this, but, we can see that obviously you're crumbling because you're mentally challenged, because you've been a dog and you've dogged people all of your life. These are the types of words, the harsh words that I've had to let these, narcissists know that, they can't stop calling people out their names. You're going to call me out my name, then, I'm just going to tell you the truth. And this is why, I got some pretty harsh words for them, because I've warned them on several occasions. Many people, you don't have to, call people out their name in order to get your point across. You don't have to, make sure that you're jumping up and down and you're pointing so that people can see you. But once I get on your behind, because you're trying to use your vibe, you're trying to use your energy, you're trying to attach your negative energy, your higher spirits to me, I've really, had to get on people's behind about their behavior. And you will have to get on people's behind about their behavior, because when they act like that with you and you don't say anything to them, then the entity go ahead and it attaches itself somewhere in your life. It attaches to your brain. It attaches to your psyche, where they're going to call you crazy and they're going to bring you into a low vibrational state so that they can get that checkup off of you. They can get that crazy checkup off of you. And it's sad, but it's true. When you're bound, they can have your hands bound, they can have your mind bound, they can have your feet bound. And what you need to know how to do is to have a connection to God in order to spiritually operate and remove those bounds away from you. Those invisible bounds. Those ties that are upon you. You're going to have to remove. Some of them have your body bound. Some of them have your mind bound. Some of them have your hands bound. So that all that you walk into is something negative. And when you start cleansing that negative energy, here we go again, you're going to see those people manifest, and they're going to start running around trying to figure out why it's not working with you. Have you stopped taking your medicine? Why we don't have control over you anymore. And a lot of the chosen ones were never crazy to start with. So we wanted to make sure that we have this, we're getting this across. We're having this understanding of how to remove negative energy. When people have tried to tie us, when people have tried to bind us, you could be bound in relationships. When people have, used your personal items in order to bind you, that has to be cleansed. That has to be cleansed. It doesn't matter how long it's been there. That means that that person has intentionally sent that kind of spirit to you, and it must be removed from you. You must, maintain a connection with God. You must maintain fasting and praying, and it must be cleansed with the rituals from the Holy Book. So this is my video for today. I just wanted to give you some insight to what has been going on when you're unable to move away from certain people, when you're unable to have anything that's nice or goodness or peace or joy in your life. When you have these types of oppressive spirits in your life, you please continue to pray and reach out to me. Reach out to me so that we can cleanse this negative energy, and I can send a gift and acclimate it to your situation through your life coaching situation or your video chat situation. These sessions are vital to cleansing that type of attack upon your life, especially if it's malignant. So please book your one-on-one sessions with me. Like, share, and subscribe to me. Leave a comment for me. Donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.